بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Today's lecture will be on pronunciation, consonants and vowels. عنوان المحاضرة اللي هي عن اللفظ, consonants and vowels. And these are two important concepts in the pronunciation of English language sounds. The objectives or the goals of this lecture are, as you can say, أهداف المحاضرة. Here we have, of course, understanding sound production, how the sounds of English language are produced, in order to teach, of course, students how consonants and vowel sounds are produced using the articulatory system, that is mouth, lips, etc., speech organs. Explain the difference between consonant sounds produced with obstruction or closure of airflow and vowel sounds produced with a relatively open vocal tract or vocal folds. Phonetic awareness as well, another goal or objective, to develop phonetic awareness by introducing the international phonetic, that is IPA, International Phonetic Alphabet, symbols for consonants and vowels. Also to help students recognize and differentiate between various consonants and vowel sounds in spoken words. In addition to that is improving pronunciation accuracy to focus on correcting common pronunciation errors related to specific consonants and vowel sounds. In addition to provide strategies and techniques to help students improve their pronunciation accuracy and clarity in spoken English. We have other also goals, let's say, to enhance listening skills as well. Incorporate listening exercises where students practice identifying and reproducing correct consonants and vowel sounds. Also to encourage active listening to native speakers or audio recordings to refine pronunciation skills. Practical application, that is in order to engage students in speaking activities such as dialogue, role plays, or tongue twisters to practice pronunciation, consonants, and vowels in context. Also to provide feedbacks and guidance to students as they apply their knowledge of pronunciation in spoken communication. The key words or مصطلحات or terms that we are going to use in this lecture, مصطلحات المحاضرة. We have articulation, that is النطق, refers to the physical movement of the speech organs, the tongue, the lips, the teeth, the nose, to produce speech sounds accurately. The consonants, of course, sounds produced with partial or complete obstruction of airflow in the vocal tract, characterized by varying degrees of closure or constriction. The vowels, the second part, that is, or type, with these sounds produced with an open vocal tract, that's no obstruction here, involving different tongue positions and lip configuration, and characterized by other or by their pitch or resonance. The fourth here, let's say, important point, International Phonetic Alphabet, that is IPA. It's very important when studying pronunciation or phonetics of English language or any language to know IPA. IPA is a standardized system of phonetic notation used to represent the sounds of spoken language, including consonants and vowels with specific symbols for each sound. Another point, also voicing. Voicing is important because here sounds of English language are, let's say, divided into two types. Voicing, okay, in terms of voicing, that's voiced sounds and voiceless sounds. Voiced, we have vibration, voiceless without vibration. So that's when we talk about voicing, refers to whether the vocal cords vibrate during the production of a speech sound, distinguishing between voiced and voiceless consonants. Place of articulation, that is where the, let's say, the sound is, produced, okay, or articulated. Again, the place, that is where. Describes where the vocal tract are, the airflow obstruction occurs when producing consonant sounds such as bilabial, that is, between lips, alveolar, that is the alveolar ridge, velar, that's in the back of the, mouth, which is the soft palate. Manner of articulation, the way it's described, how that's the airflow describes the how, let's say, or the way airflow is obstructed or modified to produce consonant sounds such as stops or plosives, fricative, affricate, nasals, approximants, approximants if it's a glide or, liquids. In addition to stress and intonation, which is also two important factors that are important in pronunciation, which both involve the emphasis placed on certain syllables or words that stress, and the rise and fall of pitch patterns in sentences, that is intonation, which can affect, of course, the pronunciation of vowels and consonants, in addition to, of course, meanings. Lip rounding, that is the way we, the lips when they are rounded, okay, of course, we have that related to vowels if they are back or front. So it refers to the shape of the lips during the production of certain vowel sounds, in addition to wa sound, by the way, which is, semi-vowel, or it is a consonant, that is wa, because wa, must be rounded. So such as rounded as in oo sounds, that is back sound, back sounds, or unrounded as in e sounds, which is front vowels. Back vowels, oo, and must be rounded, and unrounded vowels occur, in front vowels like e, a. Minimal pairs, yes, sets of words, a group of words that differ only by one sound in the same position, okay? One sound, consonant, or vowel used for practice in distinguishing and producing correct pronunciation. Like, for example, rat, fat, sat. This is what we mean by, or we can have, tall, mall, call. This is also minimal pairs. Now, to introduce this lecture, this is all about the objectives and, let's say, about the terms and keywords that we are going to discuss, or let's say terms that we are going to discuss in this lecture. This lecture here, as we say, مقدمة المحاضرة, okay? Inshallah, we'll discuss again how to master, let's say, the pronunciation of consonants and vowels in English. And in this lecture or session, we'll, inshallah, delve into the fundamentals of articulation, phonetic symbols, and strategies to improve your pronunciation accuracy. Whether you are a beginner or looking to refine your spoken English skills, this lecture will equip you with the knowledge and techniques to enhance your ability to produce clear and intelligible consonants and vowel sounds. Let's dive into the fascinating world of pronunciation and unlock the keys to effective spoken communication in English. First, we will focus on, of course, the pronunciation of consonant sounds, including, of course, stop sounds, fricative, affricate, nasal, and approximants. Of course, these are called, in English language, we call them as, manner of articulation. Manner of articulation, that's the way we, the sounds are produced. If we talk about stops or plosives, we talk about 6 sounds in English, which are stops. These are p, b, t, d, k, g. Okay? These are called stops or plosive. Why they are stopped? Because the airflow of, produced by the lungs, okay, going out through our mouth, they are stopped by both lips. The lips are closed firmly, and then the airflow suddenly, goes through when open the mouth, the lips, and causing, that is explosion of these sounds. This is why they are called plosives or stops, okay? P, b, t, d, k, g, for example, okay? Fricative sounds, the sounds that have friction when they are produced. They are, let's say, go strongly, but without stop, okay? Go, let's say, strongly, and at the same time, causing friction. Like, مثلا, f, v, s, z, sh, j, th, the. See? or ha sound. Okay, we have 9 fricative sounds in English language. Affricate sounds, generally, this is that the sound starts with a stop, ends with a fricative, okay, or with a friction, I mean, like, for example, cha and ja, cha, ja. The only 2 affricate sounds in English language. Nasals, we know nasals, of course, are also 3 sounds in English language, which ma, na, and ing. And approximants, also only 4 approximant sounds. We know these are called glides, or that is liquids. These are like مثلا wa, ya, la, and ra. Okay, so this is according to manner articulation. We will learn the specific articulatory characteristics, voicing distinctions, and place and manner articulation for each consonant sound. And here we will address common pronunciation challenges faced by English learners, such as vowel reduction, consonant clusters pronunciation, and of course syllable stress patterns. Here we'll talk about, sometimes we have vowel reduction. This is what we call weak forms of words. Okay, weak forms of words in English language, causing, this is what we mean by vowel reduction. Consonant clusters, that is to say consonant sequence, sequence of the sounds when we have 2 or more consonants come together initially, or at the end of the word finally, that is to say. In addition, of course, to syllable stress patterns. Exercises will be provided to overcome these challenges and achieve a clearer and more natural pronunciation. Feedback will be provided during practice sessions, inshallah, to help you identify areas of improvement and refine your pronunciation skills in order to better your pronunciation. By the end of the lecture, of course, you will have gained a solid understanding of consonants and vowel pronunciation principles, developed phonetic awareness, and acquired practical strategies to enhance your spoken English clarity and fluency. Now, the main topics, or the main, let's say, themes of this lecture, المحاور الرئيسية للمحاضرة. The first one here is articulation and production of consonant sounds. Articulation, the production, that is to say, of consonant sounds. Consonants play a crucial role in English pronunciation, because, pa, ba, ta, da, ka, ga, these are all consonants, the sounds, contributing to the clarity and intelligibility of spoken language. The production of consonant sounds involves intricate articulatory movements within the vocal tract. Vocal tract, because, it is part of the air stream or airflow, So understanding the place and manner of articulation is essential for mastering consonant pronunciation. Of course, this is very important to master, that's the place where the sound is produced and how, that is manner, okay, of the sound, how it's produced. It's very important. This will improve, the pronunciation of the sounds of English language. First, we'll talk about place of articulation. Place of articulation, the place where this sound or consonant, let's say, is produced. So consonants are classified based on where the vocal tract, the airflow, is obstructed or modified. That's where this sound occurs, okay, where the sound occurs. Bilabial consonants, for example, are produced by bringing both lips together. So bilabial means with the upper lip with the lower lip. The upper lip they are closed firmly. Okay? Like مثلا pa, ba, and ma. You won't produce pa, ba, ma without closing, your lips. Okay? Both lips. The upper lip with the lower lip firmly closed. So bringing both lips together, like pa as in pat, let's say, ba as in bat, and ma as in mat, for example, or met. Alveolar consonants, when we talk about alveolar sounds, that is the area behind the upper teeth, okay, that, the gum or area behind the upper teeth, like here, okay. So alveolar consonants involve the tongue touching the alveolar ridge behind the upper front teeth. The tongue, the blade or the tip of the tongue touches this area, that is the alveolar ridge, the area behind, the upper front teeth. So, for example, of course, there are many sounds produced or let's say are called produced in this alveolar ridge and are called alveolar sounds. Okay, these sounds like ta, da, for example. These are stops, of course. Ta, da, na, la, ra, sa, za. Okay, these are called alveolar sounds. Here we have examples on, in front of you, like we have ta as in tap, also da as in dog. Velar consonants are articulated. Now, velar, that is the area at the, let's say, the back of the mouth, okay, which is, close to the pharynx here, okay, pharynx. Velar consonants are articulated by raising the back of the tongue to the soft palate. Soft palate, that is the back of the tongue, okay, it's called soft palate. It's part of the area, it's the surface of the, let's say, the mouth, okay. It's called, we have three places: soft palate, hard palate, and we have alveolar ridge, okay. Soft palate at the back of the tongue, or close to the back of the tongue. Alveolar ridge, that is the hard palate. It's in the front of the roof of the mouth, okay. Soft palate, like for example, we have ka as in cat and ga as in go, okay. Manner articulation, that is the way how the sound is produced. I told you about, the sounds like, for example, pa, ba, ta, da, etc. Consonants are further categorized based on how the airflow is obstructed or modified during production. For example, stops, I told you about this, by the way, or plosives involve a complete closure of the vocal tract followed by a sudden release of air. Pa, ta, ka, okay. Fricatives, okay, also create friction by partially, obstructing the airflow, like fa, sa, sha. Affricates, we have, as I told you, two sounds. Of course, here begin with a stop, start with a stop, and transition into a fricative, end with the friction, that say, like cha and ja. Cha as in chair, ja as in judge. Nasals allow airflow through the nasal cavity. The nasal sounds do not come from the mouth. The mouth is obstructed here, closed, and the airflow goes through the nose, okay? Through the nose, so like and ng, okay? So this is called, nasal sounds. Understanding the articulatory mechanisms behind consonant sounds helps learners produce these sounds accurately. Practice exercises focusing on tongue placement, airflow control, and voicing distinctions, let's say, are beneficial for improving consonant pronunciation skills. The second, let's say, topic or theme: vowel articulation and phonetics. Vowel articulation and phonetics. We talked about consonants. Now let's talk about vowel sounds. Vowel sounds, of course, here the sounds that are produced without obstruction, with no obstruction. That's the airflow is open. Okay, so it goes freely. Okay, the airflow goes freely through the mouth. So vowels are central to English pronunciations. Of course, as we said, vowels in Arabic stands for harakat. In English stands for harakat in Arabic. And that is al-fatha, al-dhamma, al-kasra, and we have what we call sukoon sometimes, okay? In English, we have these vowels. You know that vowels are 5 in English language. Now, in fact, there are many. Mainly, we have monophthongs. There are 12 monophthongs, 12 vowels, that is to say. We have diphthongs, we have 8 diphthongs, and we have also triphthongs. So there are 3 types of vowel sounds, okay? But basically, we'll talk about here, vowels as, of course, monophthongs, okay? In addition, of course, to diphthongs, that involves 2 vowels, okay, together. So vowel articulation and phonetics, as I said, central part in English pronunciation, conveying meanings, emphasis, and nuances in spoken language. The production of vowel sounds involves varying degrees of openness in the vocal tract and changes in tongue position and shapes. It depends on the tongue position. Now, when we talk about the production of vowels, we deal with what? The shape of the tongue, Okay, the changes, that is it back, is it front, is it that is high, is it low, is it central, okay, is it mid? This is what we mean, the changes that used to produce vowel sounds. So here we talk about vowel quality. Vowel quality, as I told you here, vowels are classified based on their quality, including height, like high, mid, low, backness, like front, roundedness, and of course that is rounded vowels or unrounded vowels. As I told you earlier, back vowels are all rounded, front vowels are unrounded, and we talk about these. For example, high vowels like E and O. E is front, O is back. Okay, so E, O, E, E, A, etc. Or A, these are front vowels. Okay, but they are different, high or low or mid. E, or that's this sound low, and the letter I, as you can see. But here we are talking about symbols. Since they are between slashes, these are symbols, not letters. Okay, we are not dealing with letters here, we are dealing with what? With symbols. Remember that. Okay, letters are different in English language from what? Sounds, because there, as you know, English language has sometimes there are sounds, or sorry, letters written but not pronounced, like GH, or sometimes letters, two letters or more sometimes, but one sound, like PH as fa, GH as also fa, or sometimes silent, CH, ch, one sound, SH, sh, one sound. So this is what we mean. And sometimes we have, let's say, the verb know. Okay, the verb know, the verb, I said the verb, KNOW, starts with K, but its K is silent. So this is why when we deal with English language, we deal with what? With sounds, not letters. Letters are related to spelling or orthographically speaking. But when we talk about sounds, pronunciation, we deal with sounds. So this is why here these symbols in, let's say, or between slashes, two slashes, these are sounds. And some symbols that you don't know unless I pronounce them to you. So this sound, it's not a letter I, it is I. And this is not you, the second one here, it is U. U. Okay? It's not a, like cut, but no. It is U sound. Okay? Of course, these two sounds are produced with a raised tongue because they are high. While low vowels, like, look at these symbols now. We have this symbol, it is a, as in cat, bat, fat, rat, sat. This is a sound in English language. Okay, and we have, let's say, a. It is not a, it is not o, it is not, it is a. Involve, and of course, the second one is back, the first one is front. Involve what? These both sounds involve, or vowels, lower tongue position, lower tongue position. Now, in order to talk about vowel length and stress is also important. Length vowel, that is, we have long vowel, we have, for example, E, and we have E, we have U, we have U, we have A, we have A, we have E, we have A. Okay, so we have different what? Two types of vowels, sometimes short vowel and long vowel. Okay, so vowels can vary in length, short versus long, and stressed vowel, of course, or unstressed, depending on their position in words and sentences. So this is important. Stressed vowels, okay, are typically pronounced with greater intensity, high pitch, that's say, and duration, that stronger sound, let's say. Contribution to syllable prominence. It's the syllable, if it's important, or it is stressed or unstressed, that is to say. Diphthong, I told you about diphthong, that is, vowels are two types, or mainly three types. Monophthongs, one vowel sound, either long or short. And diphthong, no, we have two vowel sounds here included or involved. Triphthongs, three vowel sounds. So from diphthong, die, that is two, okay, and triphthong from try, that is three vowels together, okay. Examples, for example, from diphthong, for example, if I said white, I, E. If I said مثلا boat, O sound, boat. if we can say مثلا toy, oil, oi sound. If I can say مثلا stay, pay, day, a and e. So this is called diphthong. Triphthong, we have three vowels like trial, aya. We have aya. Okay, so or we can say مثلا wire, fire. We have three vowels involved in this word. So these are complex vowel sounds, complex because the two or more, formed by a combination of two or three vowel, consonants or vowel qualities within a single syllable, the same syllable, but with two vowels or three vowels. Diphthongs include sounds like I, as I told you, I as in price, white, fight, light, right, these words, and ow, for example, ow like as in house, bow, cow, how, these words. While triphthongs include aya, as in fire, as I told you earlier, okay? Aya as in fire, player, air, toya, okay? Practicing vowel articulation involves mastering tongue position, mouth openness, and vowel length, especially in stressed syllables. Listening exercises, vowel charts, and tongue placement drills can aid improving vowel pronunciation accuracy. Now, the third topic here, that is what we call our theme, okay? Phonetic transcription and IPA symbols. That's another important fact, although this is what we teach for or to students of English language, that's to transcribe words, that is to know what or how each word is pronounced according to the transcription. Transcription, that is the symbols of IPA, okay? As I told you, we are talking about, sounds, not for, letters. Letters are different from, sounds. Here we deal with, when we talk about transcription, we deal with the real sound of the word using IPA symbols. That is the International Phonetic Alphabet, which is a standardized system of symbols used to represent the sounds, to represent the sounds of a spoken language across different languages. Of course, this is related to, I said, international, to all languages, by the way, to all languages. For example, in Arabic, if you want to know, مثلا, in Arabic, we have Arabic sounds that do not exist in English sounds, specifically, like, for example, ta. So how can we represent the sound ta in English language? Capital T is ta, okay? And of course, if I want to say مثلا the a, اللي هي الهمزة, although hamza exists now in English language, it is just like what Arabic, not Arabic, English question mark, the symbol as the question mark. Now, ah sound, for example, in Arabic is represented in IPA as, or in English language, or in IPA using the Arabic question mark. Arabic question mark. This is the symbol. So we have symbols. These are symbols. These symbols are called IPA to represent the sounds of languages. Understanding IPA symbols is crucial for accurately transcribing and describing consonant and vowel sounds in English phonetic. Consonant symbols now, of course, consonant symbols here. IPA symbols for consonant indicate their place and manner of articulation, voicing, and other phonetic features. For example, the symbol P represents a voiceless bilabial stop. Voiceless bilabial stop. While J represents a voiced post-alveolar affricate. These are the description, by the way, when I said voiced post-alveolar affricate or voiceless bilabial stop. These are the description of these sounds. Now, how the sound is represented, this is what we mean by, or what we mean transcription. That is this symbol, D with the number 3, for example. But P is the same, as you can see, okay? So the symbol represents a voiceless bilabial stop, while J represents a voiced post-alveolar. But here, as you can see, we have voiced and voiceless, which is not mentioned so far. This here, of course, we need to know English sounds are divided into voiced or voiceless sounds. Now, when we talk about pa, is voiceless, ba is voiced. So they have the same place of articulation, the same manner of articulation, but they differ in what? In voicing, because pa as here described here, voiceless. B is voiced. Okay, like مثلا the difference between s and z. S, z, both are fricative sounds, alveolar sounds, but s is voiceless, z is voiced. Okay, and you can see when there's vibration, this is voiced. And English language, includes about 9 voiceless sounds. All other sounds are voiced. All other sounds are voiced. Okay. Vowel symbols now. Vowels, of course, are represented by IPA symbols that denote their quality, length, and stress. For instance, the symbol E, I said, look, the letter is I, but I said the symbol E represents a high front unrounded vowel, while A, look at this, A represent a low back long vowel. Okay, this is about what? About the symbols of vowels. Now, nasalization and suprasegmental features. Nasalization, that is the nasal sounds, but sometimes we have other also related sounds to nasal sounds. That is the vowel sounds. Vowel sounds are called nasalized vowels because they are followed by vowels, so they become nasalized. So look at this, nasalization and suprasegmental features. IPA symbols also include diacritics for indicating nasalization, like a, like can, pan, okay, cot, مثلا con, okay, company. So these vowels are called nasalized vowel. For nasalized vowel, see, and suprasegmental features like stress or intonation and pitch. Mastering IPA symbol enables learners to accurately transcribe and analyze English speech sounds and identify phonetic patterns and improve pronunciation consistency. Okay, and this of course will help practice with IPA charts, phonetic transcription exercises, and audio resources. Enhances phonetic awareness and pronunciation skills. Such explanation, of course, here provide a comprehensive understanding of consonants and vowels, of pronunciation, of course, in English, encompassing articulatory mechanisms, phonetic properties, and the role of IPA symbols in phonetic transcription and analysis. So mastering of these topics contributes to clearer, more accurate, and more natural pronunciation in spoken English. So this is about our lecture. To come to the next, part, okay, the final part, that is the summary of this lecture. I hope that you understand something about the consonant and vowels, the pronunciation of how we improve our pronunciation. Of course, we have a lot to do in order with a lot of practice of sounds. Okay, talking about this, it's not only occurs in one lecture, because we need more than one lecture to finish or to understand, that is to say, how we pronounce or how English words are pronounced or are produced, and how also at the end, that is how you better your pronunciation in English language or of English language. ملخص المحاضرة, that is the summary of the lecture. As we have seen, we discussed a comprehensive overview of the articulatory mechanisms, phonetics properties, and practical strategies for mastering clear and accurate speech sounds. Here is a summary of course, the points that we have covered so far. Articulation of consonant sounds, including place and manner of articulation. Production of vowel sounds, of course, vowel qualities, length, stress, diphthongs, triphthongs. Also introducing IPA symbols, okay, with some examples that we mentioned. Engaging activities such as articulation practice, IPA transcription as well, of course, are also included. Practical application and feedback, of course, to improve pronunciation accuracy and fluency. This lecture, of course, aid to equip students with the knowledge, skills, and confidence to articulate consonants and vowel sounds clearly and intelligibly, fostering, effective spoken communication in English. through a combination of theoretical explanations, interactive activities, and practical application. The lecture facilitated a comprehensive understanding of English pronunciation principles and techniques. That's it for today. Thank you for watching and learning. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.